Mic test 1 2. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Morning. What's up, Crypto Critter? All right, loud and clear. All right, thank you. I appreciate that, Origin. Um, having kind of some challenging trades here. So today, I'm gonna pull back actually on this chart. Where's it open? The open's right there. I didn't check any of the financial reports today. Just pretty checking on that. Here's the open. So the open came up, tested the VWAP, and ripped downward, and it's been kind of ripping downward since. It did get a test of the VWAP here. This is where we took that bad trade while I was setting up the stream. And we're getting a pullback now, but you can see on this pullback, it didn't actually come down and hit these lows that we saw earlier at 30.72s. Um, entries at 78.25. Honestly, I think that we could have got an entry a little bit lower on this. I still have some confidence that this trade is going to come back. Mainly because I'm seeing the TTM leveling off. We've had a few instances where it's like peeking in and out of our profit, but obviously down heavy on the day on 3 bad trades, or 2 bad trades rather. One was fine. I'll just put this at that 2 tick up and just try and get out of this one with a little bit of profit. Alright, so we got out of that one with a little bit of profit, but we do have a nice little hole that we dug for ourselves right off the bat. Unfortunately, it's alright. My intention would be to overcome through this hole with less trades instead of more, instead of scalping my way out of it. And one of the reasons for that is just because the more that you scalp, the more fees you take on. So you want to reduce as many trades as you possibly can and have more profitable trades. Um, this is looking a lot more short biased from my perspective here. Um, Obviously, though, when you look at the wicks, you can see this fat wick, like this fat up wick here, um, and then you can see this one also had up wick. This one's got a down wick, but just looking at the wicks, it looks like there's more buying pressure coming in than there is selling pressure. But at the same time, you keep seeing these big fat rejections like this, and these big fat pushdowns. We may get another test of the low here. Low being around like 38.73 ish. Price line. TTM on the down from 5 to 5.8 to 6.2. Gonna look for a yellow candle on the TTM, and on that yellow candle, I'm gonna go for 12 ticks. So I'm gonna wait for that. So already right off the bat, got some ground to make up. It is what it is. What's up, Adam? Good to see you again. Much love and appreciation, you guys. Is just that you guys showed up today. I very much appreciate this stuff. If you guys could like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications, all this stuff really helps. Just got 2 yellow candles here. So our first yellow candle went from red 5.8 to yellow 5.8 to yellow 5.7. Not enough momentum there. I do want to see it a little bit more like this breakout here, where you saw so you see on that current breakout we may get like another red candle. But you saw this one went from 8.0 to 7.1. That's what we need. We need more like a momentum that's going at like half a point or higher. So it went from 5.8 to 5.4, 5.4, 5.5. Join the bid here. Got the entry. I think 12 ticks might be a little aggressive based off the current momentum. This is kind of minimal. So I'm going to reduce from 12 ticks, which is right at 38.80 actually. So our entry's at 77. $5.5 to 5.1. Yeah, 12 is too aggressive for that momentum. I'm going to go for 3 ticks. Unless the momentum picks up. In which case, we'll just get back into another trade. 5.5 to 5.2-ish. Gonna check the 3-minute chart and just measure against it. 3 minutes also getting a yellow candle from red 4.4 to yellow 4. And you can see that double bottom much more clearly on the 3-minute chart. Did get that 3-tick trade. That's 187 back in our pocket. Now yellow's going from 4.0 to 3.8 on the 3. Measuring against the 5-minute chart now. The double bottom very apparent there. Five minutes still showing bearish movement. We do get that double bottom and that looks good. View up's at 87, 88. Call it 88. 5.5 to 5.8 red on the 5-minute chart. Get a little green hammer down there at the bottom. Some doji. We also got a 35 crossover up right around 6:45, 6:50. So almost an hour ago. Red 5.5, red 5.7. Jumping back on 3. 4.0 to 3.7. Might look pretty decent there. Got a possible crossover on the... Join the bid here. Got a possible crossover on the 1-minute chart. We should have joined the bid a little bit lower because I was expecting it to have a little bit of a pullback, but I also didn't want to miss that entry point. That little doji at the top, we're right at break even. Entry at 78.25. And we're looking for a push up. Really, I'm looking for this crossover to take place. And you can see on momentum, we went from yellow 3.6 to currently yellow 2.8. So that's a momentum of 0.8. It's a pretty good movement. Alright, we got that full 12 ticks. So that's another 750 back towards us. So that's up 1,600 or down 1,625 on the day. But we're definitely coming back from that pretty well. Now I'll be looking for a pullback to like this 50 EMA and a bounce off that. The 50 EMA is hanging out right around 38.80. So that's where we're going to throw our entry point. See if we can get it entered at 80. Hopefully we just don't get a big rejection off of this. TTM's at 2.5 to 1.7, so that's looking pretty good. I don't like that there's red dots here on the TTM, but I think we'll be okay given the momentum. and also the crossover status. 9 just crossed above the 12. Jumping over to the evaluation. Sorry if I'm going fast for you guys. For a 4-tick move on the eval. See if we can find a good entry point here. There's 17 seconds left in this move, and this one's continuing to pull back, unfortunately. But the momentum still looks strong on the TTM. Got to bounce off the 9 moving average, right back at 38.80, so we're break even in this trade currently. This is the new candle here. Joining the bid. Got the entry and the eval.
Order filled.
Looking for 4 ticks to the upside. Entry's at 80.75. We're looking for 81.75, which would be just below this other wick, which is at 82. All right, we got that full trade on the evaluation. So that was $250 in the eval. After, excuse me, after. Oh, and we got that trade, that 12-tick trade, in the sim as well. So that puts another $750 back in our pocket on the sim, and the evaluation, we're up $228.20 after fees. So on the eval, we're currently down $211. Is that right? I think maybe it's either 211 or 311. Either way, we've made back a lot of our profit on the evaluation, and we've come back pretty heavily on the sim on the day. I'm just going to check in with you guys and see what's going on. Got pretty good viewership today. I want to thank you guys for showing up. I love and appreciate you guys very, very much. Good to see me live streaming. Yeah, crypto, we're here every day, Monday through Friday, 7:30 Pacific. That's 10:30 Eastern time. And we trade for usually about an hour, maybe an hour and a half or so. That's where you're at on the day. Oh, where am I at on the day? So I'm up. $228 and some change in our Elite Trader funding evaluation. Which, by the way, this is the last day of the 65% off sale. So you guys are gonna want to take advantage of that offer. And then in the simulator, we were down almost $3,000. Now we're sitting down $875. So we've come back quite a bit on the sim. We've taken 7 trades total in the sim, and that's, I would imagine. So it's just a matter of finding the right trades. Sharing the screen back up again, and we got a hammer candle at 38.83, and we've got this crossover happening. It's looking nice and bullish. We're looking for another test of the volume and average price, I guess. VUAP's up here at 87.50. I wish I would have joined the bid there. I thought to do it as well. Just got a green dot on the cyan switch. If you guys haven't checked out the cyan switch, there is some information that I made for a stock trading video in the past, about 6 months ago or so. Man, joining the bid there. Really missed that entry. But see if we can scalp the remaining of it. I don't want to go for this full 12 ticks though. Just gonna go for like 3. 12 ticks is just a wee bit aggressive. Going from 2.1 to 3.2 in the TTM, looking strong. This might get a little pullback here. Time on this candle is another 13 seconds. I'm looking to exit right at the VWAP. But I actually think the move was a little bit prior to my entry. Still got that trade, still got that move up. Now down 687.50 on the day. We should be back on this in maybe our next trade or 2 trades. Either 1 or 2 more trades. and we should be back in green. Great move up there. We've gotten 3 rejections of the VWAP today so far. Actually, 4 really, if you count this one at 4 a.m. So really, we've had this one, two, three, fourth rejection of the VWAP. So what we're seeing on the day is we're basically seeing that um, it's coming down, finding a bottom, and then ripping back up, and then running into resistance, heavy resistance at the volume and average price, and then zooshing back down to that bottom that it's found on the day. So that's what we're currently seeing in terms of the pattern. Now we may see a trend reversal in about 15 minutes at the top of the hour. There's typically a lot of volume increase at that time, and that volume increase could send us back into bullish territory. Who knows? But we're gonna have to wait and see on that. I didn't check the market news today, so I'm just gonna pull up the market news real fast. Just jumping over into our Discord group. This is our community group where we actually, and obviously I know I'm not showing it on the calendar or on the screen there, but this is our Discord group where we actually um, track this type of stuff. We track market news. We also talk about futures trading, um, crypto trading, any other type of trading that's out there, as well as like entrepreneurship and everything of that nature. So, lots of stuff that we talk about. Okay, so here's what's up in the market news. I'm actually going to throw this up on the screen here because this is what the market calendar is looking like today. Now, the U.S. market calendar right now on October 31st, Halloween. All we have is the Chicago PMI, which came out 3 hours ago at 6:45. 3 hours ago, 1 hour ago. My apologies. Tomorrow, though, November 1st, huge day for economic reports. Um, I don't make recommendations. However, what I will say is that I personally will be flat for all my positions going into these news drops. So tomorrow at 6:45 a.m. Pacific, 9:45 Eastern Time, we have the S&P U.S. Manufacturing PMI. That's the final report. We've got at 7 a.m., which is 10 a.m. market time. We've got ISM Manufacturing Index. Same time, we've got jobs openings. We've also got quits and construction spending, all dropping at the exact same time. Now, there's also a varied, which doesn't give us a time slot for motor vehicle sales, which means the motor vehicle sale report could drop at any time. Now, here's the deal about motor vehicle sales. This is actually really pretty important. Um, if you've looked at the market on motor vehicle sales over the last few years, they basically will take a they'll take a car and then they'll sell it, and then it'll get repossessed, and then they'll sell it again, and then it'll get repossessed, and they'll sell it again, and then just continue that process over and over and over again. But what's happening is they're continuing to stack all this credit on that same sort of thing, and then a lot of this credit ends up in default. So the I don't know how to explain it very super accurately, but what I can say is that if you do some research on the foreclosure market in cars right now, it's foreclosure market, repossession market, foreclosure, like I'm talking about houses. If you do some research on that, you'll see that there's actually a lot of outstanding loans in that area, and a lot of people who owe really heavily and are defaulting on credit there. That could be its own little micro bubble. I don't know, um, but I know that a lot of economists have mentioned about the used car market, and so maybe worth doing a little bit of research there and drawing your own conclusions there. Obviously, I can tell just by the way that I'm talking about it that I can't speak about it intelligently, and because that's the case, I personally am going to go back and do a little bit more research on there so that I can speak about it a little bit more intelligently. But having said all that, I'm going to jump back into the charts because this is where I can speak a little bit more intelligently. So we did get a rejection off that VWAP. We're pulling back now to the 9 moving average, and we're going to be looking for a bounce off that 9 EMA for a potential test again of the volume and average price. Now, again, we had that theory that if the 200 simple moving average dropped above or below the VWAP, then it may indicate future movement. Right now, the 200 moving average is just dipping below VWAP, so we'll see if that's a precursor to bullish to moving back into bullish territory. Joining the bid here at 83 and a quarter, and I'm looking for a move back up towards the VWAP. TTM is does not have huge momentum. It went from 3.8 to 3.9 to 4, so that momentum's pretty minimal. Not gonna go for the full 12 ticks. Instead, just gonna go for 4 and look for a $1 move up. Entry is at 83 and a quarter. We're looking for an exit at 84 and a quarter. Getting a little bit of a push back up. Did get 3 ticks on it, but not 4. Dropping down to 3. Intuition said to go for 3, but went for 4 anyway. Okay, got that trade. Now down 500 on the day. So not much ground left to make up. Piano player is out. Music stopped. All right. Yes, building up more momentum towards that VWAP move. Look for an entry off 84. Got that entry at 84. Whew, got that entry, and now there's another pullback. I don't like that it dojied here. Let's measure this against the 3 before we cut this trade. We may need to cut this trade quick. Pretty heavy rejection off that. Gonna be looking for a bounce off the 50. 4.0 to 3.5, 2.7. That's too much momentum to the downside. We're gonna have to just look for an exit point. Yeah, we out there. Pretty fatty loss on that one. Yet again, more work now on the comeback. Taking a short here. Short entry is at 78. Looking for a push back down, test towards the 75 area. Although I'm looking to get out at 77.50, so I'm really only looking for 2 ticks to the downside. Bouncing off of 78. Come on, down you go. Momentum's looking good for the down. On the GTM, but still pulling in the wrong direction. 9 just crossed below 12. See some shorts covering. I think I need to be a little bit more patient today. I can tell that I've got a bit of a lack of patience. And we're right back where we started on the day. But I can tell I'm lacking patience on the day, and that's hurting our trades. So we're going to reassess. We're going to take our time, stretch out a little bit, take some deep breaths, and then we're going to be measuring this against the 3 minute chart. I do feel like we're going to get a trend reversal to the upside soon, but it's just not quite here yet. 3 minute did dip into the cyan territory, but pulled back. Last time it was there was at the open. And remember, in the evaluations, we only take trades that we really know, really understand. We do test more in the sim than we do in the eval. We've got this ABCD pattern here on the 5 minute chart, and TTM went from yellow 4-2 to yellow 3-6 to yellow 3. So we are getting a slow build of momentum. You can see that this sort of like wind up is beginning to happen. Looks like it could have held on to one of those trades, that first long. From 3-6 to 3-2. Part of that was 4-2. 0.8 to 0.4. For the 5 minute chart, we actually need to see a 1226 crossover, as well as likely a cyan switch. The cyan switch is more important, I think, on the 5 minute chart, though. But you can see this last 15 minutes have been rejecting, just pushing down. Turn the bid right here. Enter at 81.75 and looking for a view out test here. $8 now. So top of the hour. Looking for that top of the hour volume push. Then we can get a move up to this 200 moving average, which was at 86. I'll put that at 86 and take the swing here. Resistance there at 83.5. But you see volume's still good on the overall market. Volume is really important. Measuring against the 3 minute chart, actually got a big burst in the 3. Jumping over to the evaluation now. And I'm going to join the bid here. Not quite. Not yet. Checking the 5. Five went from yellow 3-6 to yellow 3-2 to yellow 2-2. Definitely getting poised for a breakout. At least that's my personal opinion. Except you could have taken that trade in the eval right there. I don't want to take this trade in the eval now. I should have taken it off of 82. I don't want to take it because we may come up and reject this VWAP, but we did get that 15 tick trade in the sim. So that was another K or so, 1,025 or so back in our pocket. Now red 1250 in the sim on the day. Um, there's another rejection right there. The VWAP is actually a rejection of the 200 moving average, really. Um, Tapped 86, which was our exit point. We got that one perfect. Like we literally got that one to the dollar, to the cent. Now switching on the TTM here, just looking to see if there would be some resistance to the 200 moving average. Uh, all right. Just checking in with y'all's. 10 deep, slow breaths. Guy knows what's up. That's right, Orange. Gotta take deep breaths, man. I can't trade without breathing deep, dude. Just can't. We have really good viewership today. I want to say thank you guys for showing up here. I really appreciate it. Got a rejection again at the VWAP for the like fifth time. But you can see it's on a fresh cyan. It's showing two cyans, but the momentum is just not there on it. Like if you look at the numbers on the TTM, when we went red, it was red 0.3, then 0.7, then yellow 0.5, then cyan 0, then cyan 0.3, now cyan 0.7. So it's like it's only moving at like by like 0.3, 0.4. It's not enough momentum to really give it that oomph that it needs in order to break over the not just the 200 moving average, but also the VWAP. So you have two of these heavy points of resistance right next to each other. So it's gonna have to break over this with gusto. You know, it's gonna really need to just go, just crush it over it. So okay, on 3 minute chart though, went from cyan 1.7 to cyan 2.7, looking strong on the 3. Switching to the 5, got a possible crossover happening on the 5, and on the 5 went from yellow 3.6 to yellow 3.2 to yellow 2.0 to yellow 1.4. So it's like it's a matter of a couple of minutes for this breakout, but you can fully see it forming. Everything's just like converging at this moment. Definitely looks really great for a long, but it's got to break over those areas. I don't think that this is going to reject again. With this ascending support line, with the momentum building on the cyan, on the TTM, with all the indicators in the correct locations, um, and and essentially with as many VWAP tests as we've had here, there does seem like a high probability that we're going to break pretty heavily into bullish territory. What? What are we talking about? All right. Let's take a look here. Coming up again for the retest. Bouncing off the 9 EMA. Joining the bid there. Looking for a break through this VWAP. I think a lot of people are. Join the bid here at 87.50 on the evaluation. Looking for 89 and a quarter. Cutting it.
Order filled.
Got out with a micro profit. One tick. Up 268.90 in the eval today. Still in profit on the sim on this trade because they got a really great entry, which was like right at VWAP. Getting a fresh cyan from 2.0 to 3.0. That's looking strong. Really should have held that trade on the eval. We could have got a full 7 ticks. That would have been very nice. 14 seconds left in this candle. Fresh breakout. So this is a breakout off of several tests of the VWAP. We're getting we got the 1 minute crossover, the 1 minute cyan switch, plus the break over VWAP and the break over the 200 moving average. We just have a lot of indicators working for us right now on the bullish territory side, and we're even about to get a 5 minute crossover as well. So this is looking very, very good on the bullish side. Gonna go for 20 ticks, taking a big swing here. Should have taken that entry off of 88, but no matter. We're gonna take this entry here off 91 and a quarter. We can get it entered at 91 and a quarter. Our exit point is at 38.96. Pretty heavy swing here, but it's got the momentum. It has the juice. New candle inbound. $30 seconds left in this pullback. Currently at 90. I wonder if 90 is a good entry point on the eval. Bit of a sell-off there. See some people taking profit. Currently down slightly in this trade on the sim. On the sim, we're sitting down 625 in this trade. Momentum's looking like 4-1 to 4-3 to 4-4. Don't like that the momentum slowed down slightly. So what I'm going to do is, and our entry's 91 and a quarter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce this down to 93, which is right at the top of that candle there. Should still be a great trade. I'm actually going to put it down at 92, which would be 3 ticks. Momentum at 4-1 to 4-3 to 4-8. So that's looking pretty decent. 4 seconds left on this. 2, 1. New candle now. Really wish I would have held that for the full 7. Guess I could have taken that off the 90 as well. 90 was a good entry point. Got that trade in the eval, now down 312 in the eval. With as many trades as we take in though, so they're probably negative in terms of fees, but you know, we'll get there. From 4-3 to 4-7, 252. So that's a move of half a point. Couple seconds left in this candle. New candle now. I'm be surprised if we get a little bit of a pullback, but you can see this is kind of forming a wedge. Let's see if we can get an entry off of 90. Um, Entered at 90. I don't want to go for this mini ticks though. Thought I only had this set at 5. Look for an exit at 91.50. Entered at 90. How's everyone doing, by the way? Ejected slightly off of 90. Now pulling back to the 9 EMA. You can see the momentum cooling. It's got to bounce off this 9, otherwise I'm out of this trade. Time on this candle. Oh, this candle just started. We're out. Alright, out of that trade. Now sitting down 1,000. This has been quite the grind back. Up in the eval, we've taken 2 trades in that. Wish I would have taken that full 7 ticks. That would have been a very, very nice move. What is 7 ticks at 5 contracts? $437.50 minus our fees, whatever those are. Yeah, that would have been a very nice trade. Certainly would have worked out. I think I just got scared out of my position, which is why we took it with a little micro profit. Cooling pretty heavily on the TTM now, pulling back to just below VWAP. VWAP's kind of our line in the sand right now, but I want to measure this against a 3-minute chart. We have a new 3-minute candle forming in just about 10 seconds, so that'll give us a more accurate measurement. And on the 5-minute chart, we did get that breakout. We got that 9 above 12. It just now crossed above the 26, so I can see this breaking out even further. We also just got a fresh 5-minute candle just starting right now with even more cyan momentum from 0.9 to 2.7. So that's also looking good. Gonna go back to that 3 minutes so that we can measure it against that. You can see on the 3-minute chart, we actually rejected perfectly off of the 200 moving average. Frankly, I wish I would have seen that because it would have put my trade in there in that capacity. Something for future though. 3-minute chart got another fresh cyan. Actually, after these 2 red pullbacks, we stacked the entire time. We even added 1.2 on the cyan momentum tracker, which is TCM. So how's everyone doing today? You guys red, green? What's the story? Let me know in the chat. We've been streaming now for about 47 minutes or so, and we're definitely getting like more and more closer to bullish move, like much larger bullish moves. But I want to take a moment to talk about Elite Trader Funding, guys. This is the last day of this amazing offer that Elite Trader Funding has been giving since mid-October, and we've had a couple of our members of our audience sign up for this. This is the last opportunity that you guys are going to have in order to take 65% off for life. That's an incredibly amazing offer that Elite Trader Funding is giving out right now. You can actually get an eval for as little as 28 bucks. So that's 65% off this $80, and that $28 is locked in. Like, you lock in that price for life. So that's one. You can actually earn funding all the way up to 300K though, which is a total of roughly $425 marked off for life. So you get a discount of 425 bucks every month. Just continued as long as you keep the account, you keep it. Personally, I like the 50K Val. This is one of my favorite offerings out there right now, and you get this for 65% off for life. Yet again, that brings us down to 57.75. Or for $7 more, you can get 75K eval. But I personally think this is one of the best values in the marketplace because if you look at some of the other prop firms out there, they'll offer 50K for the same price, but you can take less contracts, and you don't get the 65% off. Plus, Elite Trader Funding has some of the best customer service in the industry, and that's one of the things that I personally look for. In fact, actually, before I even decided to make a purchase with Elite Trader Funding, I reached out to their support to see how they would respond, and they responded quickly and accurately, and they were able to more or less help me with all my questions right up front, which to me showed that they actually gave uh, that they actually cared about their customer service experience, and I appreciated that they put that effort in because a lot of companies these days just don't. They just don't put that effort in, and so that's one of the things I personally look for. And they got it. They got the juice. So be sure, guys, check out Elite Trader Funding if you guys are looking to earn funding in the futures market. Speaking of that, on the 3 minute chart, you can see we've got this huge flag pattern forming, getting bounces off the 9. Our next test here is going to be up the 200 moving average, I think. And you can even see that we're stacking on the TTM pretty heavily, 4.8 to 6.2 to 7.2. That's looking pretty solid. Gonna join the bid here off 38.90, and not gonna go for 5 ticks, but rather I'm gonna go for a move up to this 92.50 zone. Entered at 89 and looking to exit at 92.50. Switching over to the 1 minute chart and just seeing what we got going on here. 1 minute chart, you can see the cooling on the TTM. 3 minute chart tells a different story. 3 minute chart has a nice big flag pattern. 5 minute chart here. Our last candle was at 8:15. Our next candle is going to be in 10 seconds on the 5 minute. And the 5 minute went from 0.9 to 2.2 cyan, all with red dots though. Now our new candle went from 2.8 to 4.5. So we're getting momentum stacking on the 5 minute chart, the 3 minute chart. It's really like, and you can also see this flag forming on the 5. The flag I think is easiest to see on the 3 though. Now, if you guys know my opinion on flags, is basically that a flag is an indication of a incoming momentum move, not necessarily that it will be a bull flag or a bear flag. In fact, in this particular scenario, you can see it's actually pulling back some pretty heavily, but it's already done this twice on these 2 previous candles. My nose is itchy. Allergies hit again. Getting a bounce off the view up there. ABCD pattern forming right here. Ooh. Big rejection there off of 90. Looks like on the 1 minute chart, we've got the 50 about to cross over the 200 moving average. That's going to give us a nice move up, more than likely. And I wonder if we actually have movement or momentum potential up to 3,900. I really do think that this is going to break pretty heavily to the upside. Moving my order up to 95. Again, I'm basing this off of the 3 minute chart and the 5 minute chart. And I believe that we are going to get a breakout of this 200 moving average here. It's currently not quite ready yet, but I think this is going to happen. I moved up to 95 because I wanted to be below this 200 moving average on the 5 minute chart. Two seconds left in this candle. Join the bid here in the eval. Missed the entry. Try to get it at 91.75. Ah, that would have played out really well. Get a double top here, breaking past it. Now at 94. Man, I really wish I would have taken that entry. I tried. Tried to get in. Got that exit on this trade. That was worth $1,500 on the sim side. Told you we'd get into green. We've taken way too many trades though in order to make it happen. So we're gonna have to do that math and see where we're actually at. Okay, so we did get that 5 minute breakout. We had a strong indication that it was coming. I wish I would have taken it in the evaluation. I tried to get the entry and it just moved on past. Now I gotta wait because we're at 95, and 95 really is kind of the could be a pretty heavy line in the sand. Good trade though on the sim. Really, really happy with that trade. Really proud of that one. Did really well on that one. So basically, what I was measuring, if you guys are interested, what I was measuring here in order to predict that trade was I was looking at the 5 minute chart. I was looking at the TTM stack here and watching to see what the like more or less what the percentage was that was happening, and then I was seeing this flag form right here. And the same went with the. I actually thought it was easier to see on the 3 minute chart. So on the 3 minute chart, I was watching the same flag form right there, and watching these the moving average indicators as well, and watching them sort of stack up. On the 1 minute chart, we did just get some fresh breakouts here. We got this 1 minute pullback. Um, but after that big, I tried to get this entry here too, F91.75. I should have just bought the market, but instead I bought tried to join the bid on the eval, and we certainly would have got that 7 ticks move up, which is what we're going for. Um, Jumping back to the eval actually. See a new 1 minute flag forming there. 94.50. 96 is the top of the day, or the top of this move anyway. Made the bid there.
Order filled.
Look for 7-tick move. Look for 96.75. Look for that breakout above that actually. Hands over the cover button, ready to kill this. 2 seconds. I'm out.
Order filled.
Gave back our profit on the day. And then it pops back up. You bastard. Fake me out. The move played out, but not before we cut it and put us in red territory on the day. That's frustrating. Ten seconds left in this candle. We do get that 1 minute flag there. Just did pull up. Checking 3. So was at 27. We got a new 3-minute candle forming in 40 seconds. And then that'll be at 8:30. Man, that's whack, dude. We're up like 270 on the day. And now we're down 65 on the day in the eval. We're still good. We're still in it. But it's always frustrating when you're right, but you get kind of scared out of your position. Happens to me sometimes. A 3-minute candle will be forming in about 3 seconds. We don't belong. From 8.8 to 9.0. Wouldn't be surprised now if we see some pullbacks on this. And you can see cooling right there on the TTM. Go for a short off 92 on the sim. Switch back to the 1 minute chart. That was our only losing trade in the eval today too. What's the momentum looking like? $2.9 to $2.6 to $2.7. So it's actually popping back up. Yeah, Exactly. And I actually think that that was probably, what happened to me on that last trade. I mean, frankly, I think my heart just started pounding too much, and so I cut it before it actually had a chance to pull back, like to push back. I should say push back up, but I don't know. Okay, so this dropped down to 91 and a quarter and bounced there. All right, turn the bid here. Entered at 93.75. Looking for an exit at 95. Jumping back to the eval and joining the bid off 94
Order
and a
filled.
quarter. Looking for 95 and a quarter. Cutting it.
Order filled.
Took a little bit of a trade. So 94 and a quarter up to. So we took a one tick profit back. Okay, so we're only red 25 bucks on the eval today. It's pretty whack since we're up 270. But, easy come, easy go. That's just trading, and trading is risky. So, I think it's important that everybody knows and understands that trading is risky. And having said all that, make sure you understand your strategies and your fees and everything else in between. So in the sim, we're up 1062.50 now. It was a hell of an effort. We've taken. Let's go ahead and factor these fees and everything else in on the sim. Okay, so that's 90 divided by 5 contracts. We've taken 18 trades. Okay, so 90 times 4.36. So $392.40 in fees, and we've made 1062.50. So we made a profit of 670 today. And out of that 670, we took 18 trades. So we're averaging roughly 37 and a half bucks per trade. Got a flag on the 3-minute chart there, above the 200 moving average. 9 and 12 all looking in good places. We do got a cooling candle on the TTM there, though. Running into resistance at 95 on the 3-minute chart. And up here earlier in the day, this was actually, where's the open? This is 4:30 here. So we've actually moved past the opening price. Opening price was in this same zone. 3,900 is the biggest line in the sand now. Checking the 5. Let's see, what's that 200 moving average at on the 5? $97? Okay. Currently at 94 and a quarter. I wanted to get the entry off of 94. Doesn't look like we're gonna get that. Entered 94 and a quarter. And the exit point is right there at 97 and a quarter. Volume's looking pretty nice. TTM still stacking to the upside on the 5-minute. Down slightly in this trade. Measuring this against the 1-minute chart. 1 minute's getting a fresh cyan candle. You can see this consolidation area right in here. We're going to be working on a breakout. 95 is the line in the sand currently. You can see on 95, we've tapped up to break it once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. And then a couple other times we ran into resistance at it. So we've broken it like 5 times. I think that there is more momentum to break 95 than there is to reject it. But our exit point is right at the 200 moving average on the 5-minute chart. So if we jump to the 5-minute chart here and take a look at our exit point is right in line with this 200 moving average. So that's intentional. Actually, might drop it a quarter. That's intentional because I think that we may see a rejection right here and then a subsequent pullback to like 38.90. This is at 97 and 3900 or so is kind of our line in the sand. I think you can see a very clear uh, pendant here on this on the current chart. It's less clear on the 3, but on the 5 you can see that pendant. Jumping back to the 1, just seeing what story the 1 has to tell us. 1 is showing us that we do have cyan on the TTM. It's not very heavy though. It's kind of sideways movement. And you can just see all that consolidation right there. Checking in with y'all's on the comments. Just seeing how things are going. Uh, so, MACD. Let's see. So I redid the MACD along the TTM and the CMF. My trading is much more confidence. I will end green this week. Yes, you will, Tiny. We know that you will. We know that you are a rock solid trader, and we know that you got this. You totally have this. Pulling back pretty heavily now. Looks like it rejected 38.95. Let's see if it bounces here off 91. Been streaming now for about an hour. I want to thank you guys for being here. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. All that stuff actually does help this channel grow. We've actually been gaining a couple of subscribers every day now, like between 1 to 3 subs every day. And I want to thank you guys for that because your support really actually does make me want to become a better trader and a better YouTuber. So I really do genuinely appreciate it. Speaking of that, guys, speaking of support and all that, if you guys want to check out our Discord group is focused on trading, investing, and entrepreneurship. And if you guys want to check out our Discord group, it's just joelstraight.com/Discord. There's also a link in the description that will take you right there. And you guys can join in our community that is growing little by little every day. Right now, we're a small community, and we will continue to grow this over the next couple of months and even in the next few years. Cooling on the 3-minute chart on the TTM went from 8.9 to 8.0 to 7.4. TTM being one of the indicators that we use most frequently. There is a TTM squeeze video if you guys want to check that out on the channel currently. That TTM squeeze video is geared towards stocks, not futures, but the concepts are the same. They're very similar, and we will eventually make one that is updated for futures, but we've not gotten to it yet. 8.0 to 8.8 on the 5-minute cyan switch, or the 5-minute cyan TTM, I should say. 38.95 is that line in the sand there. You can see this pendant here on that 5-minute chart. I would have liked it to have stayed a better pattern, but it's still not bad. Once again, my sale is up at this 200 moving average here. I'm looking for a test of that. 8.0 to 9.0 on the 5-minute. Thought about joining the bid there on the in the evaluation, but the cooling on the TTM kind of turned me off from it. It's a nice big rip up there. Gonna take the profit here. Made about 500 or so on that trade. Up 16.25 on the sim today. Guess I could have taken that trade in the eval. There's that 97.25. It literally hit the hit the 200 moving average like exactly. Look at this. There it is. There's the 200 moving average. Boom. The trade worked out like perfectly. Should have just let it sit. Took the profit a little early, but we still got a couple $100 off of it. So, up at 98 now. Is it going to test 3,900? Just zooming out here on the okay, so the high of the day is 39.14.75. I find trade of 8 is easiest for that. Look at that, like perfect rejection off that 200 moving average. I will say this about going with the higher funding amounts on any of the prop firms is that if you're looking to do those like 5 minute trades like you just saw me do, where I was waiting on that 5 minute breakout and then that push up and that rejection and that 200 moving average, I will say this about the prop firms. You may want to consider if you trade like that, like if you trade on the longer term charts, you may want to consider something that has a higher funding limit, so that you have the capability of dealing with the drawdown that happens in between. Um, because you saw on that trade, we were down. I think the highest we were down was like $650 or so, right in that range, before having it come back up. So I will say this about the higher funding, the higher dollar amounts of funding that are available with the evaluations. They do allow you to trade longer term like that, because you can deal with the drawdown. So the 300k eval, like I said, is $425 off today. Today only, because after today it's no longer discounted. So right now, those offers are still there, still available to you guys. If you use the link in our description and the promo code JSBEST, that's how you take advantage of that. Recognize that I didn't say that earlier. Okay. Jumping back in to our chats. So we did continue to push up and hit, what, 98, 99. Got a little pullback here on this 5 minute chart and just pushing right past it. Yes, don't care. It's like, yo, we just gonna make money. We're just pushing money up. I don't know what I'm saying. Um, so 1 minute chart, cyan at 2.3 to 2.6. Not heavy momentum. Um, wouldn't be surprised if we pulled back some and found support at 95. I really wish I would have gotten that entry though on the eval, and I just didn't take it. Like literally, the only reason I didn't take it was because the TTM had pulled back so much. Now we're looking for that 200 moving average to act as support, sitting there at 97.25, and our next candle is at 8.50 for the 5 minute. That's in a while. See if we can get an entry off 97. There's a 97 entry, and we're going to be looking for a move of 39. over the next like 5 minutes or so. Pulling out to the one. Just got a nice pop off of 97. Look at that. Maybe I'll just take profit here. Just took that profit. Just grabbed 7 ticks or so off of 97. That was a really solid trade. Currently at 99. I think it wants to test 3,900. It already did once. I think it wants to do it again. Are we in the 1 minute? Yeah. Okay. TTM's kind of flat at the moment, though. I don't like that it's flat. Uh, 97 up to 98. That'd have been nice. TTM's moving ever so slightly. It's like 0.2 in the direction. We're up 2K on the day, though, in the sim. And I think we're red 25 bucks. Yeah. Red 24.70 in the eval. I think that we can get out of that, personally. Just need to make sure that the one that we decide to take advantage of is one that just has a nice rip to it. This is like straight up, just a straight up rip. You can see the volume slowing down some. I don't like that the volume slowing down some there. Um, that would have been a nice pop, just off of 88. From 2.7 to 3.1 to 3.4, moving by about a half a point at a time. Coming up to test 3,900. There's 3,900. Rejected yet again off that. Checking in on a 3-minute chart. It's been a minute. Sort of moving average on the 3-minute chart is now at 92. And our 50, which is, this will probably be one of our next big breakouts. Our 50 is $4 away. So we probably have a couple of minutes, like, I don't know, half hour or so, for that 50 breakout. From 9.1 to 9.4. You can see another flag forming on the 3-minute chart, and this has worked out really well. We had flag 1, flag 2, new flag. 38.99 now. So let's measure this against the 5. The 5 has already came in, like, moved past that area. So what's our next point of contention? Here we go. Let's go right there. Here. There's our next resistance points. So first one's at 906. Probably call that 905. And join the bid here. Kind of missed the entry. Definitely the entry could have been better. I actually didn't even get this entry. Wow. Just ripping up. New candle now. 40 seconds left in this candle. Ripped off of 89 up to 902. So that was good 12 ticks right there. I think a lot of people are going to try and get an entry off 3,900. And I'm going to look for a bounce over here to 903. but I think a lot of people are gonna try and get in at around 39. I'm at 39.5. Yeah, no worries, Tiny. I just seem to have a lot of focus today, so it's actually been able to go for a while without getting decision fatigue. This is actually pretty awesome. I don't know what's up with the music though. Okay. 10 seconds left in this candle. Got a little micro flag here. New candle now. Take this profit here. Oh, no, it's actually pushing up. Damn, man. Alright, just gonna take that profit off right there. Made 375 off that trade. So up $2,375 in the sim. Still haven't found the right trade for the eval, even though I've been taking these trades in the sim. Just haven't found the right one for the eval. For the eval, I'm really looking for something that has a nice rip to it. That would have been a nice one. So you're in 3. From 10.6 to 12 on the 5-minute chart. New 5-minute candle forming. Looking for a pullback to like 3,900 and then a move up to 3,905. So let's put this at 15 and put our entry at 3,900. And our exit at 3905.75. I don't know if we're actually gonna get that entry at 3,900 though. That'd be a big pullback. Cancel the order. 1 second left in this candle. New candle now. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. All this stuff does help the channel grow. We actually have pretty awesome viewership. This is one of the highest viewership days we've had in a while. So thank you guys for hanging out. If you guys are hanging out and chilling, like I said, please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Also join our Discord group. Our Discord group is here to help you guys with your trading, entrepreneurship, any of that other type of stuff. We don't give investment advice, but we can talk about strategies and that type of stuff. In case you guys are interested, our community is really focused on optimistic attitude and really focused on helping other people have an optimistic future. Hence the name Optimistic Futures for our community. Big pullback there, pulling back down to 3,900. That's what I was mentioning that I was looking for. Was a pullback to 3,900 on the 5-minute chart, and then an entry off of that, and then potential move up to 3,906. This one just started at 8:55, so our next candle is gonna be in about a minute 20. Turn the bid here. Looking for a bounce off that 200 moving average. Got the entry at let's see, 38.97 and 38.97 and a quarter, and I'm looking for a move back up to 39.01. That is a pretty heavy pullback though. Maybe I shouldn't have taken that long. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Yeah, I gotta cut this. Yikes. Whoa, holy crap. I mean, we cut that and we're still up 375, but whoa, dude, that was 2 grand. Like, dude, did you just see that? Dude, that was like 17,000 contracts traded in like a few seconds. Whoa, look at this. This is insanity. Look at this falling knife. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm so grateful that I cut that long, but oh my gosh, look at that. That is nuts. From 39.05 all the way down to 38. That was 20 bucks, dude. That's crazy. $20. Okay, we gotta see this. That's 20 bucks. All right. Yo, that's 100 ticks, man. That's nuts, dude. Just 100 ticks in like a few seconds. Wow, that's crazy. That's gnarly, dude. Y'all hear the old skateboarder coming out at me? That's gnarly, bro. Oh man. Yeah, that was a crazy drop, dude. Somebody unloaded contracts into the market. Like that was a lot of contracts, dude. That was like 17,000 contracts in a minute. Like, does it happen like at the end of this candle? So this candle here was like 88.75, and then this one here was actually this candle here was 16,334. So I mean, like, dude, that was an insane amount of contracts that just dropped. All right, well then let's start looking at going short. Let's see here. If we're going short, will be our exit here off of 80. Yo, that's a shiesty move, man. If y'all were long in your evaluation, I'm sorry. So be looking for, let's see, rejections along this zone here, which is like 38.90. was looking for an entry off of 90, but I don't know if I'm gonna get that. All right, entered at 90 short, and I'm looking for a move. Actually, sorry, I entered at 89, 89 short, not 90. And I'm looking for a move down to 88 and a quarter. Um, it's not looking good though. And I meant to say 86 and a quarter, not 88. I must say that market makers are really good at understanding retail trader psychology, by the way. Because y'all saw that I was long for that, like right for that drop. So we did get that little short there. Y'all saw that I was long for that drop, and while I did cut it, and we still ended up with a little bit of profit on the day, we lost 2 grand on that. It certainly could have been way worse if I didn't cut it, but like, I mean, they're really good at understanding retail trader psychology, man. To see that this was a potential breakout zone, and then to exploit that with that much downward force all at once. I mean, that's pretty intense. I think that's fascinating. Like, I really find the idea of market making incredibly fascinating. Like, I think that just the concept that there is a firm or a person out there that can move entire markets at a whim. I think that that whole concept is just so incredibly fascinating, and I would love to meet one of them and sit down and have a chat and just communicate with them and just figure out like what it is that they're thinking and that they're seeing, that it makes them be like, okay, we're gonna drop this many contracts right now, or we're going to buy this many contracts right now. I would love to just sit down and talk to one of them and just see what what's going through their mind when that stuff goes down. So, but yeah, guys, we've been streaming for a while today. A lot of movements in the market. We worked our way back pretty heavily, and we gave back some of that profit, but we're still green on the day, 562.50. Unfortunately, it's not 23.75, but hey, it's trading, easy come, easy go. Trading is risky. And so I think it's important that people know that. Make sure you guys check out Elite Trader Funding, guys. There is a link in the description if you do want to earn funding in the futures market. These guys, in my opinion, are one of the best out there. Everything is on sale right now. There's a 65% discount offer right now that allows you guys to start trading in evaluation for as little as 28 bucks, marked down from 80. Or you can take the big boy package, or the big person package, big boy, big girl, whatever, and get $425 knocked off here on the 300k eval. So it's absolutely just crazy offer right now. That offer ends today. You need to use the link in the description and the promo code JSBEST. That's JS Best, and that will get you that discount. And by the way, that locks in that offer for life. That offer ends today. They've been running it for a lot of October, and we talked about it on the stream several times. But that offer ends today. So if you guys want to earn funding in the futures market and trade with somebody else's money, now is the time that you might want to take advantage of that. Um, all right, guys. let's take a look at what happened after this gigantor falling knife. Like they just guillotined the market. It's looking more, definitely more on the short side. You see all this pressure on this 3 minute chart toward the down. Went from 3.9 to 2.2 on the 3 minute TTM chart. Currently, the VWAP is holding it up, but I don't know that that's going to hold. Low of the day is down at 38.73. The high, at least during market hours, 39.05 area. And next 3 minute candle is in about 45 seconds. 9 crossing below the 12 on the 3. Looking at going short off this VWAP here. Entry at 87 and 3/4, 87.75. Looking to exit at 84. So I'm going to the evaluation now, and looking to join the ask here.
Order filled.
Got the entry at 86 and 75. Looking for 85.75 on the eval.
Order
All right,
filled.
we got that. Cool. We're back in green on the evaluation. We're up $200. Um, I don't know that I'm going to keep trading in the eval, but I am grateful that we're up $200 on the day on it. Gonna also cut this trade here. Made 750 on that one, so up 13, 1250 on the day. Um, Definitely that 2K loss hurts because that certainly reduces our average trade. 120 contracts, 4.36 in fees, 523.20 take out our profit on the day. So grand total profit in the sim of $789.30. 120 wait 120 divided by 5, so we've taken 24 trades in the sim, and we took, let's see, 789 divided by 24. Average trade pretty much remains the same at around 32.88, and that was our average trade prior to getting into that 2K profit zone, before we lost this 2K on this fatty market make it drop. Um, but it's cool. We're green in all accounts. We're green almost $800 in the sim. We are green over 200 in the evaluation. And in the evaluation, by the way, we only took one red trade, and if we pull up the stats here for the day, we took a total of 4 trades, and all of them. So we've got an 80-20 win ratio in our trades right now. Sorry, we took a total of 5 trades, 4 winning and 1 losing. So each one 5 contracts, and you can see down here, we made 250, we made 62.50, we lost 312.50. That was the one that put us in the red. And then we took 2 trades where we made 62.50 and 250 again. So that's how we ended up green on the day. We took 5 trades, 80-20 accuracy, pretty good, pretty standard for us. So we normally have an 80% win ratio on average. Um, so I try and, I don't know. I think our strategy is pretty good. If we have an 80% win ratio, really the biggest thing is making sure that we keep our losses low when we limit our losses. So, it's It's kind of the main thing. Um, all right, guys, we've been streaming for a while now. It's 9:11. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down there. We're green on all counts. We're up 789 after fees in the simulator, and I always try and make sure that everyone knows that that is a simulator for transparency purposes. We are up $203 and some change in the evaluation as well. Working on earning that 50K funding. That's the account that we're currently working on. And lastly, guys, make sure you guys join our email mailing list. That'll help you get updates from me that you guys won't receive anywhere else. Join our Discord group so that you can get active in our community where we talk about trading, investing, and entrepreneurship, as well as optimism, psychology, mindset, different stuff like that. We also have awesome members like Tiny and EdArt and some other members who provide a lot of value to the group and to the community. And yeah, guys, having said all that, pick up your evals. Today's the last day. And like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. That is 10:30 time, 7:30 Pacific time. All right, guys, and we usually stream for about an hour to an hour and a half, and we will see you guys tomorrow, bright and early. We love and appreciate you guys. We have more viewership today than we've had in just about any other day, and our numbers have been climbing steadily. And I love and appreciate everyone in the Optimistic Features group and team for contributing to that. Thank you guys very much. Thank you, bottom of my heart. All right, guys. All that said, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm going to spend some time with the wife and have an awesome Halloween day. All right, guys. Stay spoopy. Peace.